What is going on?
Hey guys.
It is Monday night. It's another night of Sketchy. It's not NFL football. It's Sketchy.
Some of you might be watching football, and that's okay as long as you're also watching us.
That's your intro. Fantastic job.
I'm ity-B. This is Johnny Jalopy, and we are getting ready to delve into a Sketchy live broadcast tonight.
Hey, we got
Monday.
some cool treat for you. New intro. Hit it.
Oh. Hold on. Boom.
Big old delay.
There we are, guys. Let us know if you're able to hear it. Let me get over to my comments here. Guys, we have a fun night in store for you. We're getting spooky.
Yeah, hey, we're going to be hitting something fun. Let's go take a look at the old little coffin.
Yes,
yeah,
let's do so.
That's what
You've got a pre-draw?
We got a little pre-draw done.
Whoop.
So there's our little.
There's your teaser.
There's your teaser. Does anybody out there remember the little coffin? One phenomenal model, car that's been on my radar from jump. That's one of the sickest cars I think ever built. My second all-time favorite. So this would be of course, the iconic Beatnik Bandit is number one. Little coffin, I would put probably.
Ever since I've known you, you've always loved this body style, or at least where it originated from.
This car in general, I've used it for ideas and all kinds of stuff. In fact, we'll talk about it. 2 styling cues from Little Coffin we used in 2 different parts of the builds for full custom garage. I don't know. I know one of them, Ian specifically knows what just happened there. My screen turned off. But a second one, I don't know if he knows that's where I
lifted the styling
cue from. So, anyways, yeah, there's our pre-draw. We're gonna get into it. I just put on the lens again. You can't, it's ice. That's the problem.
You can't take them anywhere, honestly.
But there's our little coffin, all pre-drawn, ready to go. Let's get to inking it and we'll get some color on this bad boy.
Perfect.
We got to hustle. There's a lot to do.
We do have to hustle. Let me go ahead and let you know who we've got on with us tonight. We've got Draco joining us from Georgia. Draco Cycles.
Could you guys hear the intro?
Almost late. I'm getting to the comments, so if you would let me get through what I'm supposed to be doing. Focus on your drawing there.
You weren't dicking around.
Shaggy LeBlanc is joining us. Welcome, sir. Always a pleasure to have him on the broadcast. Brian Jones says, "Good evening, Johnny."
What's up?
And he's watching from YouTube tonight, which,
nice.
Yes, guys, we are live on YouTube right now. We are live on Facebook, on Johnny's personal page, and on our Johnny Jalopy art page. Didn't know if you knew we had the two.
But
we do.
Two spots.
Draco said definitely like the new intro, so he's digging it.
Sweet.
Thank you for the feedback. Cameron McNulty is joining us. Johnny's daughter, Cameron, all the way from Wyoming. Lizzie Daughtry is joining us. She says, hello, you two. Welcome. Mike Quilliams joining us from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. His name is fun to say, and then Tuscaloosa,
Alabama.
I love it. The McCoys are joining us. They said, awesome intro. Johnny worked really hard on that, actually. We've been tossing around new intro ideas for a while. I love the music that my son did for our other intro. But it was too long of an intro.
Yeah, and I think it was time.
It was time to freshen it up. So
for a change.
Johnny put some hard work into it and came up with something pretty cool, I think.
So could you hear it?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't get that feedback yet.
Well, they're saying that they loved it, so I'm assuming they could hear it. Mike Williams said, yes, we can hear you.
Okay, good.
Wonderful.
All right, so here's the first. Not
yeah, go ahead.
So here's the first of the styling cues. See if you can, if this shape reminds anybody of anything. This shape that we're doing, and then it has this little antenna inside. But that shape, does it remind you of something we used?
The dog bowl?
In part of the build of Full Custom Garage?
I'm seeing the dog bowl, maybe.
Dog bowl?
Yeah, for the instrument panel.
Well, how does that look like a dog bowl?
Because it was circular.
That's not circular.
It's ovalish.
Perhaps.
No. I don't know.
The shirt I'm wearing might...
I can't see the shirt you're wearing. Lizzie is saying...
go ahead.
Go ahead. For those who still have her old Facebook page, please go and delete and block the site. She got hacked over the weekend.
Yes, she did.
So, yes, we definitely want to follow the correct Lizzie Daughtry. Please stand up.
I apologize if you were a Lizzie Daughtry that was really, for reals, trying to get me to sign into your thing and
friend request you.
do some sort of thing to where you could unlock your page. And I'm like, not gonna do it.
Not falling for it.
Not falling for the old trickaroo.
Adam F is joining us. Big fan. Love your work, Adam. Thank you for the support. Jim Pollen is joining us. Hello, everyone, from Hobo's Hot Rod Garage in Horseheads, New York.
There's another guy working on a cool Model A.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Projects all around.
Jealousy over here. Just want you to know. Jealousy.
Yes. Johnny, again, from the very beginning, showed me this car. And
this is the one that I showed you like a OG times where I was like,
this is my goal.
This is what I want. Someday I want something like this.
And your tastes have changed, I think, in many ways. When I met you, you were pretty hardcore into the rat rod look. And I think over the years, you've gone a little bit more traditional and...
Yes, I've definitely learned...
Laid back custom.
Whole new respect. Yeah. I love a mild...
Right.
As we built some extreme stuff over there.
Well, but those are show cars. For your actual I want to drive it car.
Yes.
It's been a little bit more practical and original.
Definitely more yeah.
So I've seen your styles change. However, you have held on to this dream.
This one. This is the entire time. One.
And was it Jerry Lavalette? Lavalette? Yes. In our old car group with the red car that you drew, he had... Wasn't his the 32 Ford?
It was a 32 Ford, but it's a 3-window coupe.
Oh, okay. So a little different, but somewhat similar. You loved his car, though.
Still, yeah, because it's still 32.
Still in the arena.
Yeah.
Russ Randall's joining us. Hello from Russ and Peggy in Great Bend, New York.
Russ and Peggy, how
welcome,
are you?
Guys. Puzzle
Feels
extraordinaire,
like it's been
Peggy.
a long time for reggae.
Hank D said no King of the Road tonight. Oh, was that maybe something he had said? Hey, you should draw this.
Well, I don't know.
Maybe. King of the Road. That reminds me of the song, right?
Yeah, that would be pretty crazy how that reminds you of the song.
It does remind me of the song.
What a stretch.
Lizzie said, she's posting her Facebook page, which
excellent.
I guess did not make a change in her YouTube.
Okay.
So check those out, guys. Those are in the comments. Draco said, sounds like old beach music-ish. Yes, this is what I thought too. We had gone to see that group, and I forget the name of them now. But they came local, and it was a little, it sounded very much like this style. It was like a rockabilly meets
they are a local band.
They were so good, and I forget the name of them now, but
I'm blanking myself. They were super good.
They were so good. I'll have to find it. It wasn't Ho Daddies.
It was the Ho Daddies.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I knew it then. Okay. So yeah, the Ho Daddies, great music. And that kind of when we heard this was one of the free music things we were able to use, because you have to be super careful as to what you post with music.
Careful.
So he was able to find this, and it totally matched our style. I mean, I think
it went well.
You do a lot of beach stuff, though. I mean,
come on.
That's China. There's a whole Johnny Surf line of clothing on our website over at www.johnnyjalopy.com.
If you happen to want to take a trip.
Take a saunter over.
Not right now, though.
No, not during the broadcast.
No,
unless you can do a split screen. Unless you can do
we're going a little Coffin. Come on, this is one of the most iconic, killer, fun.
And there is a bit of history with this one, which I'm going to read for you in a minute.
This has been through some situational.
It's been to hell and back.
It's really, I mean, yeah.
I mean, when you think about what's been done, but anyway, let me finish introducing and then I'm going to get into it. It. Kevin Johnson's joining us on YouTube. Hello from Hudwist. Time to get sketchy.
All right.
Hudson, Wisconsin.
Some people making the transition over to YouTube.
Yeah,
excellent,
I love it.
Excellent.
Julie Anderson says, good evening. We are the Monday night game against our former awesome Russ Wilson. So we are split screening for sure. Oh, okay.
No problem.
All right. That's okay. It's okay. You're here. Spud Anderson sitting next to Jules, I believe, probably. Good evening, Johnny and ity-B.
You got to do you.
Oh, we have a special guest tonight.
Who's that?
Gary Fisher.
What?
Blast from the past.
Oh, my goodness. What is up? Traditional fish on.
Gary
to you
Fisher.
Out there. Oh my goodness. There's a dude. Just a good, solid, just like
a hard worker and so creative.
They're doing.
I've never met Gary Fisher, but I love Gary Fisher.
Tell you what, since he's got his new shop up and going, they're knocking stuff out like crazy. Mm-hmm. It's awesome. So hey, Gary, how you doing, buddy?
Good to have you on.
Great to have you on.
Yeah. Wesley Wilkerson's joining us. He said that space vehicle.
That is correct. Yes, Junkie. Space Junkie. Yes. So the lights on the side of the body was Space Junkie. Mm-hmm. There is that
from that
styling cube.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. That's how much I really like this car. When I was like, "We'll make a cool thing on the side of the body." Is making this. Now this thing is probably only like about that big.
Oh, I don't have you.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
It's only probably about this big.
Okay.
And it's got an antenna that comes out of it, so it's like on both sides of the top of the roof. Now it's been chopped. It's got these kind of side cut at an angle, mm-hmm. and then these cool little antennas come out of it. Really cool.
And so you thought, hey, what would be cool in this spot where there's nothing? Let me go ahead and take this.
Well, when I was trying to come up with ideas for the body of the Space Junkie. Because it was like, hey man, something different, but some, that was a cue that was in my brain.
Cool.
And I was like, yeah. What about a cool little? But then I was like, but a light though, not an antenna.
Right. Matt Williams said hello from Idaho. Very smoky from all the fires.
Oh no!
I didn't realize there were fires going on out there. I'm so sorry.
We gotta watch the news.
We do. I don't watch the news. I know it's horrible. I'm sorry. Stay safe, Matt.
Yeah, for sure.
Kevin Johnson said, "Why do I not see the regulars posts? I don't know."
Are you on?
He's on YouTube.
If you're on YouTube, so right now,
they may not.
I think because of our platform, the way we're set up, is because we're multi-streaming. You may not see everybody else's comments. So that is, unfortunately, the downside of probably being on the specific platform that you're on, which we apologize.
We can still see your comments, I read them all, so you're kind of hearing.
We're trying really hard to at least read them. I know ity-B misses a few.
I do miss a few. I'm sorry.
I think she'll do a little filter too. If your comment's kind of lame, she won't read it. That's what she's told me. I didn't say that.
I'm reading everything. Howard Pierpont's joining us. 80 degrees and clear in Greeley, Colorado.
What?
Looks like he's back at home base.
Good deal.
Gary Fisher said, "Hope you are doing well." SEMA this year? Question.
Oh, buddy, I wish. Oh man, don't tease me like that.
Man, maybe it's something you can plan for next year. Every year we say we're going to travel. I know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's just once summer is over, I feel like time just gets away from us. There's just so many things.
The distractions we got going on.
Yeah.
Got some stuff. We got some. Yeah.
Jim Collins said, "Does the band have any CDs?" They do.
I
want to say it's Ho Daddy Surf.
Now, what we played was not Ho Daddy.
No. What we play, I'm not sure where that came from. It was some kind of YouTube free music. But if you want cool rockabilly beach music,
it's surf music, Beth. It's not rockabilly.
It's not. It's
No,
not rockabilly. You're right. It is. It's more, but it's not just regular
It's
surf
surf.
music.
Yes, it is. If
Is
you knew
it?
surf music, you'd be biting your tongue.
I'm sorry. I take it back. It's just surf music.
Here's the deal.
I don't know surf music.
Can I just let you know something?
What?
Real quick. Just take this in, because you learn a lot here.
Taking it in. There's so much.
There is another genre other than Bruce Springsteen.
and Hootie and the
Blowfish. And Bon Jovi.
Okay.
There were other bands, and there were other styles of music predating those guys. It was really, really good. Just throwing it out there.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, in case anybody else was wondering.
In case anyone was wondering.
Here's the thing I know about the Army out there. They knew. They're like, yeah, of course, surf music.
I'm always the last to know. Kuyan Customs is actually watching on YouTube tonight, they said.
Watch out.
Those are those crazy McCoys.
Yeah.
Up in Maurice.
Doing all kinds of damage up there.
Kevin Johnson said, got it. This is where I want to be. Hello to all the Sketchy family. Hudwis in the house. So he switched.
Hey, we're great that you got your
Thank you.
Wherever you can get us. You watch us. We don't care.
There are people who only do YouTube, and we wanted to be able to reach that market as well. So if you're doing both, feel free to join us on either.
Multi-stream as well.
Yeah.
Or multi-stream. I guess that's what it would be called.
We've got Dave Ford joining us. He said, "What up, guys?"
Oh my God,
Fish.
It's all the guys.
Yes, the whole crew.
We're bringing the band back together. Oh my gosh, what a time. That's another good guy.
That was SEMA 2019.
What fun.
It's been 3 years. I know.
There's just times,
And we kept telling Gary Fisher we were going to come out. He was going to take us whitewater rafting. We've never gone.
There's times in life that happen that are like
monumental
moments where you're like, that was like the coolest. That trip to SEMA was that bucket list for sure, but it wasn't just that. It was the whole hanging out. I mean, just the dinner with those guys, just hanging out, talking cars and plans and ideas, and we went. It was an adventure.
And cool. you were like Insta brothers. Like,
well, listen. I jumped in their crew, and they
welcomed you.
Absolutely,
though.
Yeah, they did.
And you don't really. Many of you probably don't know Johnny very well, like personally.
Well, it's not my fault.
But from before, like when I first met him, he was barely even having conversation. Like he would be not afraid, but hesitant to message anybody back. Like if somebody reached out to him, he'd be like, I don't really know this person.
I'm not a person that takes, like, people would offer me stuff. And I'm like,
and he very close to that stuff. So this whole experience,
like, used people.
No, it's not even that. Just even opening up to somebody or sharing something with somebody. So when he was asked to come out to SEMA, and Gary Fisher said, hey, I think he had the ticket and he had place for you to stay.
Him and this guys made it available for me to come.
Johnny had never met him. I think you had talked a few times.
Tons of times online
messages, and maybe one video call they did. Just so he could make sure, like, he was a real person. He flew out there. At no point did I think I was blindly
being catfished or anything. But yeah, I was like, well, sure, yeah, this is gonna work out great.
And then here's Gary Fisher with the biggest smile on his face to greet you.
Oh, it's great,
right?
That was the best.
Yeah, so it
was the best.
That was so funny.
Like I said,
he still beams when he talks about it.
It goes down as one of the funnest trips, and then just experiences, just getting to hang out with those guys.
Yeah, the crew.
Yeah, it was so much fun. And we saw Jesus. It was fun. We did. We saw Vegas Jesus.
Anyone who goes to Vegas sees Jesus.
We saw him.
Kevin Johnson said this was found in Tijuana on blocks in the street, if I remember correctly.
I think you're thinking of the... well, maybe I don't know if this one was.
It didn't say it. I'm
pretty sure you're thinking of the Orbitron.
Okay, so
that was found in Tijuana being used as a garbage can.
There are a couple different write-ups on this one. This one is coming from the Speedway Motors Museum of American Speed. It says surviving 9 lives, little coffin. The original little coffin became well known among the American public when Monogram showed it at the 1964 World's Fair in New York City, along with the model kit debut. But its story actually goes back to 1954. The gentleman who started this whole thing was Dave Stuckey. He bought a 32 Ford Tudor sedan for $50 from a used car lot. Can you even imagine?
Tudor.
What is it?
Tudor.
Tudor. It's Tudor.
I like your version better.
It's Tudor.
Cute.
At the time,
he was Ford Tudors.
He was still in high school, though in great shape. According to Dave's own story, he began to tear it down the first night he owned it.
I almost tutored him.
Why? In preparation for a severe 9-inch channeling, which you said was one of the things that you loved the most.
It's so channeled. It's so good.
Over the next several years, he continued to customize the sedan and installed a number of different engines between its front fenders. And while the sedan appeared on the cover in the pages of the November 60 issue of CarCraft, his work wasn't finished. So he was still working on it.
It's so good.
And apparently this gentleman worked for Darryl Starbird during the 1950s. So Dave opened his own shop in 1960 and set out to rework the roof into a cantilevered design. He sectioned the body 4 inches, which is, so chopping is up and down, sectioning. No, what's channeling is across.
No.
See, this is where I get messed up.
Chopping,
I know, is this.
Channeling is where you're actually taking the body and you're putting it over the frame rails. So it brings the floor pan from this spot and brings it up. Okay. The body stays intact. It drops down over the frame rails.
I see.
So what it does is it gives a lowered look, right? Without you're not changing any of the suspension in the car.
Okay.
But the body is actually fitting lower to the wheels, right? And then in this case, where he could really arch the wheels and really bring the body down. When he sectioned it, that means he took a line through the midsection. So that we'll go to the screen.
Okay.
And we'll show you what he did.
Look, guys, we're learning.
So if he was going to section it, let's do it in red. This car's already been sectioned, but if we were going to section it, you probably wouldn't cut it this way. But I'm just using it as an example. The body would be like, maybe you would cut through the wheel arches, and then he would come here and then cut through there, and then he would take, and to do another cut and come like this, and take out 4 inches of metal in the middle of the car, and then the body itself becomes even more narrow. The body itself. So imagine a full door like this. You take 4 inches out of that door. Suddenly that door goes from this to this.
So if you're chopping and channeling, this thing probably looks low and wide.
Yeah, super low.
Yeah.
Yeah, which it does. That's what gives it that really cool. I mean, if you look at in the drawing itself, how big the door is. The doors itself are probably this big.
Only a couple feet.
When you take a Model A door from the bottom of the running board to the top of the bottom of the window is probably like this.
Mm-hmm.
So he not only channeled it, so dropped it 4 inches, 6 inches over the original channel. It
said 9 inch.
So 9 inches.
Wow.
So 9 inches of, say, that whole 12-inch door, and that's not including the fenders.
Right.
Gets laid below
down
the frame.
Yeah.
So when you open the door, you're actually looking at the frame of the body of the car.
So that was 9, his channel, and then it says he sectioned it another 4 inches.
So how much is that total?
13.
13. And then the chop itself is probably another 6.
Yeah, it doesn't,
right? Doesn't say. Well, the original, in the first rendition, that was the cool thing I loved about it. Everything else was very channeled and very dropped down, but the height between the top of the door to the roof stayed stock. So body, it just had this really interesting, sleek look,
right?
But it was really low, even though there wasn't a huge modification done to the windows and stuff like that, because that's the hard part.
Yeah, that would have been harder to do, right?
Which, when he goes to this design and to the little coffin, This version is that it's chopped so low that there is no windows.
Oh.
I think there's a back window, but that's probably all done out of Lexan or Plexi.
Okay. It says he's sectioning the body 4 inches and installed a hand-shaped grill similar to the a la carte, fronted by a custom tubular bumper with end caps patterned off an Etzel's grill shell.
Yeah, so we're still talking first rendition. This is before he chops it.
This is before, everything else. Not long after that, he ditched that grill and bumper setup for the one that would soon become familiar to model builders, a low horizontal grill that looks more like a Hanna-Barbera mouth.
So went total, ditched any other recognizable grill shape and went custom.
Right.
Full custom.
Before he could finish the sedan, which by this time had picked up the name Little Coffin, Stuckey sold it to Larry Farber, who then took it on a show circuit tour, which included a stop at the 1962 Oakland Roadster Show. Monogram president Jack Besser, after seeing the Little Coffin at that show, decided that the company needed to offer a kit version of it, and so set about not only reproducing it in resin sprue form, but also buying the actual car for promotional use.
Yeah.
So there were people that actually bought this kit and were making their own custom Little Coffin replicas.
Yeah. So like the little models that you bought me from Walmart, there's a Little Coffin version. People were building the shit out of those.
Okay. So when he said a kit version, I'm thinking like a kit car, like that you could drive.
Monogram itself is a model kit company.
Oh, okay.
So like they did with the Tweety,
models.
like what they did with Ed Ross Tweety Pie.
Okay.
They took his big car, shrunk it down to a model, and they sold a ton of them because kids were like, "Whoa, that's cool! Gotta have it."
After Monogram was finished with it, the Little Coffin ended up in the hands of Daryl Starbird, who restyled it first into a sedan delivery, then a Phaeton. So I can't say Trenton, but you can say Phaeton.
I didn't say Phaeton.
Phaeton. Then later as a 1990s style street rod before restoring it to its 1964 Little Coffin configuration in 2009. So what you're drawing now is the 1964 version?
This is the version that went to model, that they made models out
of. Oh, okay. So that would have been earlier. That would have been prior to this. Okay. And then you had some information on your phone that you pulled up.
Well, it's all from Custom-Rama, but it's in there too. But it's about the same information that you said.
Let's see. God, could this writing be any smaller?
Oh, you're blind.
I'm seeing some of the covers for the models.
So that's the
that would be like a model box.
Yep.
Okay. What color is this? Because it really does. This is all in black and white. Is it red?
It's red.
Okay.
And it's a super sick metallic-y red, and then all the interior is all white.
Oh.
Yeah.
So Coffin, I guess, just because of the shape of it.
Well, think about how it's so low to the ground, and now the body inside. So 9 inches of the floor is gone. So when you open that door, from the floor to probably the bottom of the seat the seats are probably on the floor.
Yeah.
But let's say just to the steering wheel is probably, you could barely fit it. It's like go back to Space Junkie.
Right.
You can barely fit in it. It's like a coffin.
And that has
it's like dome. A coffin. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Sure. So here's one of the elements that we did on another full custom that Ian and I both talked about when we made the decision, is the windshield on the Little Coffin is actually, I don't believe it's attached to the roof. It's a straight glass that sits up, and the roof just sits. So there's a space between the roof and the glass.
Huh.
But because the way this padding stuff, you almost can't tell that they're not connected, but they're not connected.
Oh, interesting.
So this whole roof piece behind is like an L shape. Yeah. So in the Funky Futura, that's why we did the window the way we did it. Was we were thinking Little Coffin at the time.
That is funny. So there's 2 styling cues. Dave Ford said, "Johnny, we have a SEMA pass for you." Oh, you're killing him. You're killing him. If you could totally go if you can get the time off.
Yeah, I might try to go.
Hank D said the regulars are here. No need to go anywhere else. He's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Hank D for the win. HankD.com, guys. He is our web designer. He is
model guy extraordinaire.
Yes,
he's a model. I don't
3D
know if you know
model guy, and so many things. So many interesting
so many
activities.
monsters.
Brent Gill is joining us.
What? Super artist
Phenomenal
himself.
artist. Yes, just picked up that bus.
Congrats
oh,
on that sick van. Bro.
Beautiful.
Bus is sick.
He says, "What's up, buddy?"
Not much, man.
Gary Fisher said, "Good evening, Day 4. Johnny can hang out with us again this year."
You don't be careful what you wish for.
He might just take you up on it. Draco said, "Go listen to the Ventures." Okay, so that must be another cool band.
Yeah, the Ventures. Yeah.
Hank D said, "Watching on YouTube helps Johnny more than that FF."
This is true. So the reason, we do appreciate you watching us wherever you watch us.
Wherever it's coming from.
Wherever you're getting it. But yes, to Hank's point, the closer we get to that higher subscribe button and the more views that we get, of course, we got to get those subscribes first. We're almost to 500. We need another 500 to go. So tell your friends out there, or if you're watching us on YouTube and you like what you see, hit that subscribe button so you can watch more of this stuff and more content to come. But that's how we can kind of get monetized. It'd be kind of cool. By the way, also I believe Hank Dutton's made it available. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a little thing down there. You can actually make a donation if you like what you see, and you
accepting donations.
You want to do a tip, like what a cool story I just told you about Full Custom Garage. That was an inside view.
People are probably going to put money in there and say, "Send her to college." So ity-B's college fund.
You mean send her to music college so she can learn other genres?
So I could be a FOF and a FOM. Robert E. Lee's joining us. What's up? Just joining. What you drawing this time? Little Coffin tonight,
man.
Robert. Bob Gore's tuning in. Hi, family. Welcome, sir. Good to see you.
Blast from the past.
Yep.
Another Full Custom alumnus.
Dave Ford said, "Good explanation, Johnny, when you were talking about the channeling and chopping."
Oh, well, thanks.
Gary Fisher said, "Yes, chop. That's a lot of cutting." If anyone knows chops, it's Gary Fisher.
That's for sure. That dude's got some stuff.
He says, love the history. Russ Randall said, "It must be hard to track the number of viewers when simulcasting on multiple platforms."
It's a little challenging.
We just add them together.
Yeah, we do our own math.
We
wish we could send that. We wish we could send that to the powers that be to make decisions. But hey, listen.
Now, what kind of wheels did they have on this thing? They almost
torque thrusts.
Oh.
Yeah, those are the modern wheels that were on it. I want to say he was running
like for the originals,
like a hubcap at first. Probably a caddy head hubcap.
I don't know. These kind of
those are torque thrusts.
Yeah, those look like the. So these are all
which became very popular. People using on Mustangs and stuff today. So
yeah, this really isn't giving me any info.
That's why you got to have one. Customorama is where you want to go.
Yeah, these are more photos.
Customorama is where you want to look it up. That's got the best info. Love that. That's a great website. If you're doing research, not that I'm sponsored by these guys or anything like that, but if you want to go and really see good, at least from what I can tell, great information as far as cataloging these old custom cars. Customorama is a great website. Customorama.com, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, and then what do you do? Just search?
You would have typed in Little Coffin and then clicked on that version.
I'm going to pull it up because you said that there was some good information over there.
And there's some really cool old photos, that's the fun part.
Oh, man, it pulled up Little Beauty instead.
We want Beauty and the Beast.
I want Coffin.
Coffin. You feeling all right? You feel like you're Coffin.
Okay.
So yeah, such a cool car.
Oh, so
so many cool stuff.
Customorama is an encyclopedia dedicated to preserve, share, and protect traditional hot rod and custom car history. That's cool. I didn't realize. Okay. There you go. You learned. And again,
what's great about it is they archive all kinds of stuff, and they're willing to take any people's photos and stuff that they sent in. Yep. So imagine in just this one, it's got old photos from some of the changes. There's a photo of as it was being built, which is great, as you can see how he was, forming the fenders in the rear, and it was all out of like round bar and.
Well, it says cool. When he first bought it in 1954, for the car had perfect body and fenders. So it was probably a pretty sick car before he started dismantling all of it.
It was just a Ford. It was just a 32 Ford.
The first night Dave owned the car, he removed the motor, transmission, fenders, hood, and grill so that he could channel it. He then took it to General Welding, the company where he worked after school, and channeled it 9 inches. At the same time, he also welded in a straight front cross member, mounts for the radiator, split the wishbones, mounted a flathead motor, and put hydraulic brakes on the car. Can you even imagine? This was his after school.
That's the thing. That's the part is inspirational, and also like, why don't I just
get out there,
and do that? Yeah. This guy just brings this car home. Of course, there was so many of them, but he just brings it home and goes, you know what I'm gonna do? Let me just take it.
Let's just start cutting.
And think about this. There was no plasma cutters then.
No.
There wasn't, they weren't using some of the cutting wheels and stuff that we had. That guy probably took a torch to it or a hacksaw and was cutting body panels and stuff. But more than likely, probably acetylene cut the body. And that's no joke.
No, that's and like fully committed, because once you start.
Yeah. Well, that's just it. That's the thing that everybody talks about, which is that's the beauty of metal, is that, once you start, you make a mistake, you just put more metal in it, fix it.
And this kid was in school.
So that's what I'm saying.
General Welding was his after school job. And then it says, while building the car, he began working part-time after school for Daryl Starbird at Star Custom.
I'll guarantee you that young man, right? What was it? His name?
Dave Stuckey.
Young Dave Stuckey at no point was like, I don't really want to work. There was no options of that back then.
No, he probably couldn't wait to get up and start tinkering on this stuff.
It's like, I gotta make money so I can do some more custom stuff to my car.
He continuously made changes to the car in some way or another. In 58, he put a 1944 dashboard in the car and built the rear fenders, which were built completely with rods as the understructure and tubing to form the wheel wells.
Which, if you watch how guys customize stuff today, that's same techniques are being used.
Yeah.
Tradition just lives on. So cool.
It says a couple of front pans from a 53 Studebaker were used to form the lower rear end of the body.
And that's all the access to all these smashed up cars as well that would work perfect to customize, a 30s car. Like for us, we're like, go to the junkyard. Maybe I can find a 94 Honda Civic.
Right. No, we don't.
Nope.
Depending on the area that you're in, though, because if you take a drive more inland, there are some old cars.
Now you know why people hoard onto these cars, because they're like, I got plans for that dashboard over there.
Right.
I've had it, up in my rafters for 12 years.
Yards full of car parts. This is why. Let's see. The Nerf bar held the the Nerf bar held the headlights, which were 59 Harley Davidson units.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Exhaust pipes were incorporated into the fenders and running boards. Once completed, he painted the car with a Titan red 56 Buick color. Dave left out the black while mixing the color and replaced this. Oh, he's got some kind of number here. So this must be like a paint number. The color was shot over a yellow tint mixing lacquer. So there's quite a bit going into the paint job.
Yeah,
like you said
already.
It's listing Frank Turner as the guy who did the interior work on the 32. The car was upholstered in red and white matlacha fabric imported from Belgium with silver threads sewn into it. It sounds pretty classy.
Yeah.
Dash was filled and reworked for Stewart Warner Instruments. I've never heard of Stewart Warner Instruments. Were they a big company back in the day?
Yeah, that's all your racing instrumentation stuff. Even I want to say Stewart Warner might even have made aircraft. Gauges and stuff.
The doors were opened via a solenoid system. The car had several different engines during its first years.
That was a big thing. Like if you go back and you look at a lot of Winfield's older cars, not older cars, but a lot of those back in the, when he was, Watson and Winfield, Gene like put actuators. I was watching a thing on I don't know how I got down a rabbit hole, but I was watching where somebody was visiting him and he was showing them I can't think of the damn name of the car. It's the green car that was done for, and he used it as his way to get into the TV studios and build cars for movies and stuff. Oh, I can't believe I've forgotten the name of it right now. I'm totally blanking. Anyways, everything was motorized. So like the hood opened up, the doors opened up, the headlights came up, the steering wheel moved. There was so many different moving parts off of motors. That was a big thing. So having actuators to do different stuff is a pretty
back then too. Yeah,
that's killer. And think of the things that how big a lot of the wiring and electronics and switches were compared to what we have now.
Yeah, where it's all remote.
Yeah, there was no LEDs back then, so every light they would put in giant lights. They'd have to.
Let's see. It says in CarCraft November 60, the car is featured with its original grille and a 54 DeSoto engine. The car was bored 3 13/16.
It was bored.
Equipped with larger valves.
They must have been watching Sketchy live.
An Isky camshaft, JE pistons, Grant rings. So look at all these name drops. A new grill shell similar to the a la carte was built with the help of Roger Hatchett.
There we go. Mine weren't complete.
Let me go ahead and zoom in on that for you. Oh, that's super cool. That's really cool. Yeah, Skeletor doesn't have much room in there.
Yeah, so think about it. He barely fits, probably.
He barely fits.
Yeah, he's probably almost laying down. Yeah. Skeletor. Okay, let's put some color into it.
Yes. Matt Williams said having a YouTube channel can be a challenge, but I'm starting to get more viewers and need the subscribers.
Congrats,
however.
Dude. Keep
Same, Matt.
Keep going.
We've got James Myers joining us. Hello, guys. Long time no see. Hope you're doing well, James, and the fam, the Myers group, as we call them. They sound like attorneys at law.
Yeah, brought to you by the Myers group.
Lizzie said, now I see you better. ity-B and Johnny, she's on YouTube now.
Okay.
She wants to know if you've gotten to do hers and Steven's shirts yet.
It should be this week, I'm hoping.
Yes. We've had some projects over to do at Mama Woods. Well, I say we, I mean you.
I've been doing some stuff with that's someone we didn't see get on either. So.
No, I haven't seen her on tonight. Lizzie said she's loving it. Guys, likes and loves if you're digging where this one's going. I know we're doing a lot of chatting tonight, giving you some history about this one.
A lot of chat, but we got it. We're on it now.
But I think it's important for people to know how much you love this car, because
I really love this car.
Again, inspirational for a couple of the different builds you did with Ian over at Full Custom Garage. And you can see some of the styling from this vehicle in a couple of those builds, like you said.
Sure, yeah.
Let's see. It says, after Dave opened his own shop, first of all, good for him. I'm happy to see that he was able to finally open his own place after this apprenticeship that he did at these other couple places. Yeah. He began to rework Little Coffin. So this thing under construction again. He sectioned the car 4 inches, reworked the top to make it cantilevered, and cut off the front fenders to move them forward. He made a new grille sporting a tubular arrangement, changed the rear grille to match the one in front, moved the motor back, and installed 6 carbs on the motor. So, and this just, again, how typical when you're a car owner, because you said a project car is always a project car. You're never finished with it. And I mean, that seems to be pretty true here for this guy as well.
Yeah.
The car also got a hand grip steering wheel. Dave was running out of money at the time and decided to sell the car to his good friend, Larry Farber. They agreed that Dave would finish the car so Larry could show it. Larry was going to take it to California, where George Barris had lined up shows for him. So there's George's involvement.
Yeah.
Dave changed the front seat to a bench seat. So what was it before? Just
probably
single
some
seats?
Sort of buckets, I bet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Put a tonneau cover over the rear seat. Oh, that's probably cool. And had Frank Turner redo the upholstery. White Naga hide covered the seats, so that's what you're talking about. While the carpeting.
What were we talking about before? Where we were talking about Naga hide? Remember that was.
It was some kind of tree.
That was early on Sketchy.
Yeah.
Anyways, sorry.
Dave painted the car Candy Wild Cherry. Larry took the car to California and showed it there at various shows, such as the 62 National Roadster Show. People from Monogram. So you're saying Monogram is the model company.
Yes.
Saw the car at the National Roadster Show. Jack Besser, the president of Monogram, decided that they just had to have the car.
Yeah.
So
this is from the Custom-Rama one?
Yes. Daryl Starbird bought the little Coffin from Monogram in 67. He stored it for a couple of years before he decided to put it back on the show circuit. So this thing has been all over. Daryl restyled the car into a sedan delivery. He dubbed the car the Monkey Ward Delivery and toured the show circuit with it for several years. So
yeah, it was
went under a different name for a little bit.
Yeah, it was. He did some modifications to the back of the car, almost to make it like a sedan delivery looking thing.
Right.
And then did some funky stuff to the fenders and the grill and. Yeah.
So if you
maybe not my cup of tea.
If you were to see this car today, it's back to its original?
Yes.
Okay. So how the original owner Stuckey?
Well, original to the Monogram model.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not too original to the too far. Original to the his first version of it, which was just the the Model A channeled in version. It was more of this. So
this is out after 1980 when Daryl decided to get the 32 out of storage and restyle it again. He now turned the car into a street rod. He returned the body to the little Coffin look, but he fit it with a removable padded top. The car was painted in candy red paint and featured an all-leather interior. The car made its debut at the 1981 NSRA National Street Rod Nationals in Columbus, Ohio. After that show, Daryl toured the country with the car. While unloading the car from a semi-trailer, a leak in the fuel line ignited when the car started. Car burst into flames.
Yep.
And Daryl managed to jump out of the car. He put the damaged remains back in storage until 1992 when he decided that he wanted to make a 90s redo of the car. So this thing was basically left for dead.
Pretty much.
And he was able to restore it. So in February of 2009, he debuted the restored version of Little Coffin at his annual Daryl Starbird's Exotic Car Show in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And he restored it back to its 62 version. Wow. Poor thing. Poor car.
Right?
Jeez. So it was all the original. I mean, this was the original car.
Yeah, so think about that. Yeah, so think about that. The original channeled body and section body. The body and the chassis itself pretty much stayed pretty close to the same. It was just modifications to the look of it.
Here's what is crazy to me, and I know the strength of metal. I mean, obviously, this was a metal frame, but what's crazy to me is all the changes that have been made, and this thing endured all of these changes.
It did endure. It's a tough little car.
It is a tough. It's the car that could.
That's why it's called a little. It just won't die.
Look at me. Aww,
it's a car.
Wesley Wilkerson said, "Hey Johnny, want to make people laugh? Try fitting Snoopy into the Red Baron." Didn't you do? I thought you did a Red Baron
no
thing at one time.
I did. What would happen is if instead of making the Red Baron car a show car, what if they had that car never got built? But what if George Lucas went to some of these custom car builders and asked for a Darth Vader car?
That's right.
And that's the Darth Vader rod that
Baron.
I did. Yeah, it's not a Baron.
Lizzie said, just to let you know that next Sunday is my older son's birthday. He will be 33.
Wow, cool.
Nice. I have a son in his 30s as well. Crazy. It's crazy because we look so young. Like, how is it even possible?
Right.
People wonder. Vucky is joining us tonight.
What's
Welcome.
Up,
Brian Jones says, get wild. Vucky wants to know, how do you feel about remodifying custom cars?
What do you remodifying? Do you mean like taking something that's been done one way and then redoing? Is that what
I would think so, because he says, how do you feel about remodifying custom cars? So like this one has seen
that's just it. So
many different
some of the versions afterwards. Well, how do I feel? I guess I'm good, because that's what we did to Space Junkie.
Yeah,
that car was sick, and then we were like, yeah, toss that. Let's do something new. So if it's done right, if whatever you do is at least is a step into a different direction.
do you feel that there still needs to be a nod though to the original in some way?
I guess.
Like, what if Space Junkie 2.0 was named something completely different? It had nothing to do with Space Junkie.
Yeah, but see, that it still had the original chassis from Space Junkie.
Is that the only?
Yeah, that was all that was really left.
Yeah.
But we still, and then of course we did the color combos. The paint scheme kind of mimicked the other version.
A little bit.
Yeah. So.
Well, like you
I
said,
guess I'm okay with it.
Anything done
as long as it's
tastefully,
as long as it's done right,
yeah,
and it's not a step in the bad direction. We've all seen some of that happen.
Sure.
Or
Jack Fleming Artistry is joining us. He said, howdy y'all, what a treat. One of my favorite cars. One of Johnny's too, Jack. Yeah. He loves it.
I would bet probably for a lot of guys in hot rods and stuff, this is one of those cars that is why people do what they do,
Yeah.
Because this is one of those ones that was like, wow, look at that. Now that's cool. You know what I would do? That kind of thing.
And is it so funny, because I'm just thinking about the poor life of this car and all the things that it went through and all the changes.
But it's still around. That's the cool thing.
And then still around. Yeah.
Think about it. It's still around.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying in general, this car has been through hell and been changed and moved and done different, a bunch of different times, yet still lives on. And it hasn't lost, the coolness of it.
No.
No. Although I go back to that first version though, where it was just channeled, maybe sectioned, and that version was so cool.
Well, I love the way you have.
I mean, that version is really ultimately that's my most favorite version. Right. I like this version. This is cool.
This is a bit of a hot. It almost looks gasserish with the.
Well, I've got it gasserish looking. It doesn't
gasserish. But the way
cartoonish.
You've got the motion.
Yeah,
you got the motion going.
But yeah, so I'm cool. I'm cool with it. Listen. Who cares what my opinion is?
Carrie Fisher said, watching on YouTube, pretty cool on the big screen.
Oh, right on.
Booyah. Maddie Bunce is joining us. Welcome, sir.
Buntus.
Our favorite, what do we want to call him? Jerky chef? Jerky chef?
Those jerky boys.
He said, yeah, jerky boys. He says, hello, everyone. Hope I did not miss anything exciting. Had a last minute request for more beef jerky, so I started the overnight marinade. Nice. Oh, I didn't realize we could put in requests. Huh. Maybe I'll get a piece.
Who knew? No, not if he brings it to me.
If I order it and he comes here, I'm closer to where he's at than you are.
If you order it.
If I order it. Lizzie said, I know how you feel, ity-B. We are young at heart. Yes, ma'am, we are. She said, old cars will never die. They just keep living. Some of them do die. We've driven past some yards where they are just left for dust.
We got one in our front yard.
Yeah.
If we want to be honest.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Guys, digging this one. This would be like another super cool t-shirt design.
Right.
We've got some really cool ones over at the website if you want to go check it out, johnnyjalopy.com. head over after the broadcast and take a peek, because we've got a couple new ones that
feel free to take a peek.
You may not know about these new ones. We've added some extra merch
and new ones
there.
to come.
Yeah.
ity-B's t-shirts still got to be done.
Don't know why we haven't pulled the trigger on that.
It's called being busy.
Yep.
Quit giving me stuff to do.
Yeah, we got to get that one going. We have a couple stickers that we want to roll out. We have our Johnny Jalopy keychain. Yeah, so we've got some stuff going on for sure over at the old website store.
We call it the ye old
website store. But yeah, this is the time of year, and this really isn't. I mean, it's little Coffin, and you got the skeleton in there. But it's not very like coffin-y. I was thinking.
What are you talking?
I didn't research tonight. Obviously, clearly.
When do you?
Clearly, before the broadcast. So I didn't know what this car looked like until right before. And I thought you might do some kind of Hallowed Eve type of designing, but it really doesn't. It doesn't need it. And I'll tell you this too. And we've had issues with the lighting, which we're still trying to work out. It looks orange on my screen, but
does it?
Yeah, it's very red though in the actual design. So anyone and at the end of this, you will screenshot the finished products and you'll be able to see the actual color. I think again, it's just the lighting that we have going on.
It does look orange.
Yeah.
Well, remember that? We're going to try to share the screen. Remember that?
Yeah, that's okay.
What happened
at the end? We didn't do it. We didn't set it up. Yeah.
Huh.
So
dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah, it's going to look a little different when you get the print.
We dropped the ball on that one.
11 by 17 in size, guys. This is going to come full color. Johnny's done quite a few really cool ones. Your take on iconic vehicles, for sure. We have a bunch of movie cars. We have a bunch of TV show cars on the website over the last couple of years.
You're a fan of the monkeys? We got it. You did you enjoy
Dukes of Hazzard, Smokey and Bandit?
We got it.
Ghostbusters. A-Team.
Ghostbusters.
Maddie Bunt says, Johnny, I see you fixed the notchback sketch on the website. Not sure if I will be here next week. Monday will be our travel day to Gatlinburg for a week, going to the F100 Super Nationals.
Nice.
Fantastic. That sounds like a fun time. Vucky said, let me guess, you were picturing Dragula. Actually, Johnny's done Dragula.
Dragula is done.
We have that one done. And what was the complimentary one you did with it? There were two, Dragula and
the Monster Coach.
The Monster Coach. So those are available. I think you did those last year.
Yep.
Around this time, around
October.
Go. So those are already available on the website for you.
For jerseys.
This is my favorite time of year. I love all things fall. Hence my cup that says just a girl who loves fall. And then it's got my picture, a girl smelling a leaf, wearing a beanie, and my name.
Smelling a leaf.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't either.
She's smelling it. She's smelling it, or she's kissing it. I'm not sure.
Smelling a leaf.
But it's pretty much all me.
She's weird.
So anything spooky, I love. In fact, we're going to be heading out to Universal. My family's coming into town and wanted to go to Universal. I think it's Halloween Horror Nights or
something like Howl-O-Scream.
No, I think Howl-O-Scream is here.
Who knows?
I think Howl-O-Scream is at Busch Gardens, so we're doing that in a couple weeks. That'll be fun. We are heading up to the North Carolina area in a couple weeks as well. If you are on our route or in the North Carolina coastal North Carolina area, I would say, let us know, and we may have a moment to stop in and visit. Nigel Robinson is joining us. He says, cool mate.
Hey, Nigel.
Thank you. Nigel, you said mate. Are you from Australia? Not everybody uses mate.
That's true.
Many Australians use mate.
That's very true. Coffee mate.
So we do have some jalopy travels coming up.
We do have a jalopy travel.
Yes, and then possibly a jalopy travel to SEMA. Wouldn't that be great if it worked out? At the last time you went, it was very last minute as well, if you recall, and we were able to pull it off.
I do recall.
We were able to pull it off.
That would be
so
super fun.
How fun would that be? Now, do we know of any specific cars that are going to be there? I mean, everything's there probably, but
who cares?
I'm just wondering if there's any cool.
Who cares?
Showcase.
They're all going to be there.
Every car ever made.
No, every cool car is going to be there.
They're all cool cars.
That's like such a silly question.
Well, I didn't know if any of the ones that maybe you worked on were going to be there.
My cars there, or the cars that we did.
You never know.
Oh, we do know.
You never know. Well, this one is shaping.
They're all just fantasies.
No, they're real life. You had a great experience on the show with Ian, and then just to be a part of it all, not even just the design part of it, because you did draw the design, but to be hands-on with the aspects that he had you help with in the limited time you were there.
You're so close. Yeah, this was the aspects.
The aspects.
Careful.
Yeah, because it was a great opportunity.
It was aspectual.
I have never been out to the shop. I'd probably love it.
You seen some of the pictures they've been posting?
I've seen some of the pictures.
Holy cow, the desert is looking awesome.
I lived in the desert.
Yeah, that's what you said.
I think I'd be fine out in the desert.
That's what you said.
I love the desert. I love the crisp, clean air of the desert. I'll come out. I love dogs. They got dogs. I can do dogs. They got turtles. I love turtles.
Turds.
Love them.
Turds for the win.
Vucky said, don't be surprised if SEMA turns out to be a mostly lifted pickup.
Yeah, it's okay.
Actually, I remember you going.
There was a lot.
2019, but didn't you come back and you said something about the Jeep?
What about it?
That they had the Jeep pickups there?
Yeah.
And you didn't like them at first.
I didn't say that.
I think you did.
I didn't. Nope.
And now he has one.
Nope. That wasn't said.
It wasn't?
No, it wasn't.
What was it that you didn't like? There was something that there were just a ton of, and you're like, there was just so many of them that it was the same thing over and over again. I can't remember. I thought it was the Jeep.
No.
Pickup.
Nope.
Well,
telling stories.
Anywho.
Telling stories.
Bucky, lifted pickups are a big thing out here in Florida. A lot of people out here driving those. We're like on roads, not just shows. I'm saying like actual, like
there's a lot of people driving them on roads.
They're daily drivers. I'm talking about not just at a show, but like daily drivers.
You're adorable.
Now, is this white part cloth or the material?
You just read what it was.
Well, I don't know which version this is. I don't know where in the scope
you just
of what
read in the story.
Yes, but I don't.
It was redone in the most recent time.
Yes, but I don't.
You do read it.
Can you just answer me? Yes, this is what he does. No. Can you just answer me yes or no?
Because you need to do the research.
I'm going to go ahead and say yes. It looks like it's cloth.
It's not cloth.
What is it?
It's leather.
Leather. They made a leather top? Did it roll back?
Probably. Why would that roll back? That's a hard top.
Oh. Oh, I thought it was.
Did you look at pictures?
No, I didn't. That's what I'm saying.
Someday ity-B will do research for her part of
this show.
Look at
this picture. It's
missing.
That's
the redo.
I don't know. I'm literally, there's all these pictures. It's just pages of nothing but pictures is what he gives me.
Constant state.
This is how he preps me. Just pictures.
You got to prep your own stuff. Hey, anybody who is looking to do a gig.
Are you replacing me? He's replacing me.
Some people are replaceable.
Okay, so here's the model.
Are you kidding?
Cover.
The fans wouldn't have it.
Yeah, this is crazy because that really does.
That is crazy.
It does look like the funky Futura from Ventura Top. Very close. I can totally see that styling. Look, if I just
read
the information.
That's what I'm trying to say.
We had a busy evening. Okay.
Whatever.
Okay.
How did I find time to pull it?
Because you've been thinking about this
just
all
as busy as you. No, I haven't.
All week. Now,
it's called effort.
Some of these renditions have fatter tires. Some of them do white wall. Some of them don't. You did a white wall.
That is the redo where Daryl Strawberry took it. Right. So, and those are white walls. They're lettered, raised white letters.
Oh, well, that's not a white wall.
Oh, theoretically, it is.
It is?
Yeah.
Without the white stripe?
If you were to grind that all down, it's a giant white wall. That's why the letters are white.
Oh. Oh, I always thought that those were painted white.
Yeah.
Like a Firestone where it's white, you're saying those are all white walls?
Yeah.
And if people were to grind them down?
Yes.
Do people know this?
Yes. Have you ever watched a video of somebody grinding tires down? It's not pretty.
No.
It's very messy.
I do remember the white walls we tried to make ourselves, though.
Yes. I thought about this version as well. And I was like, after I watched 3 or 4 videos of guys grinding down to white walls, I was like, nope. Too much trouble.
Not gonna do that. So you are a fan of the wide white walls.
Yes, I am. Everything looks better with white walls.
I saw a thin white wall on a car.
I liked it. They're okay.
I liked it.
They're okay.
For that car.
Now, we're talking...
Because you're a fan.
You're talking a low rider?
It was a long... I don't know what kind of car it was.
Yeah, I know.
It was long.
What?
It was a very, very long car.
A long car?
And it had the points on the back.
A point?
I want to say it was a Plymouth, something or other. And it was
That's pretty cool.
It was a purple flake.
Okay.
The tires were super, super black. Like really black. Like dark black.
Yeah, tires.
Like maybe brand new. I don't know.
Crazy that tires were
white.
Black.
Thin white wall, and it was like that's all it needed was just that little.
Yeah.
Like I think if they had thicker ones on it, it probably wouldn't look right. I don't know. That's just my.
Depends on the year. From what you're describing, that sounds like a 70s car.
Might have been.
So I would agree with you. A fat white wall on that probably wouldn't look great. A thin white wall would look great.
So what's your cutoff date for fats?
60s? Early 60s. It depends. Depends on the car.
Why did they ever stop making them?
Who said they did?
Well, I mean,
I have them on our car. I just bought them. They didn't stop making them.
I'm saying as a normal option on a car. Like when I buy a Hyundai, why can't I get one with white walls?
You could.
But it's not a prevalent. When you go to a tire shop, it's not something that they generally have on display.
Yeah, why is that?
Are they more expensive? They're more expensive.
Because cool people aren't making the decisions anymore.
Draco said porta walls.
Yeah, porta walls.
That's what it's called? The thinner ones?
No.
Oh. What's a porta wall?
A porta wall was the cheap man's version for white walls.
Oh.
So guys couldn't afford a full real white wall. So a porta wall was an actual rubber disc. It was rubber that you would jam in between the black tire and then the rim, and it was almost like a concave. That's concave. What would be the opposite?
Re-encave?
Re-encaved. Oh, this is great. Anyways, it was dome shape, and it would kind of adhere to the tire. So it would look like a white wall until they got really old and weather beaten, and then you would see the thing flapping as it was rolling down the road. Not good.
Oh, it's got to be better.
Oh, gosh.
Got to be better than losing a hubcap, which was me. Oh, convex, Jack is saying.
Thank you.
Convex. Chad
for the win.
Is saying convex as well. Jeff Fisk said, you guys crack me up. I'm glad you're finding humor in the fact that he's pointing out how ridiculous I am.
I think he's saying I'm ridiculous too.
I don't know. This one is shaping up nice. Let me zoom in on it. And again, what may appear to be orange on your screen, guys, is, I assure you,
is red.
Very red. Very rad. Very red. Red. Draco said, and they flap around going down the road on radials. Yes. Don't ask how I know.
Yes, they do.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's a cheaper alternative to. I had thought about buying some for Raquel.
Really?
At one point, because I was like, man, I couldn't find any white. That's the hard part too. I was just talking to a guy when we went to that fellowship thing who works for Pep Boys.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking about how he went into the tire shop and they had all the 20-inch tires up really high.
Right.
And he's like, that doesn't make any sense. I'm like, yeah, because the most common wheel size now is 20.
Right. I think they ought to bring the white walls back.
But well, they make them.
They make them. I'm talking about as a standard option on a vehicle. They're not making any car, like some of the cool body styles that they're going back to retro now, like a 2022 vehicle.
Right.
That they're making it look like from back in the day.
Yeah, but they're going back early or late 60s is the
farthest.
That's the retro they're going. So
according to your calculations,
it was into skinny.
If you're using the Johnny Jalopy sliding scale on when it's okay to use a white wall on a car. That would fall without.
I don't make the rules.
Out of range.
You don't have to listen to me.
Matt Bunn said we used to have a guy who would come to the dealership and put white walls on any tire. Oh, it's kind of like the VIN etching guy.
VIN etching?
Yeah, you've never heard of VIN etching?
VIN etching?
VIN etching.
What's a VIN etching?
They used to etch the VIN in the windshield.
Oh.
That way, if the car ever got stolen or blah, 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 or if
you just pull the windshield out, that really goes that whole deal.
Yeah. Joe Lombardo wants to know, am I late? Joe, never.
Listen, we go all night.
We will. Wow, tooting your own horn there.
Well, somebody's got to.
Joe, you're not late, and we will let you in unless you tell us the reason you're late is because you were enjoying DeLorenzo's without us.
Oh, boom.
Draco said, bias ply tire. You can contact cement them on radials, not so much.
Yeah.
Paul Marziani is joining us. Hello, sir.
Bias plies.
Jack said Lightning McQueen looks good with white walls.
Yeah, see, I agree.
Wasn't that a cartoon?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
It is.
Well, those were easy to come by because it was just drawing the white on there. Draco said they look awesome on 56 Chryslers and 59 Ramblers.
Yes, they do.
Joe Lombardo said, LOL, I can get you D-Lows delivered to your door frozen. Let me know. Joe, we're coming up for the fresh stuff, okay?
Okay.
So you just be patient. We'll let you know when we're there.
We'll give you a little ringy dingy.
All right, I'm going to zoom in again because Johnny's putting in his details. Guys, this is when this drawing comes to life. Likes and loves if you're digging where this one's going. Were you going to do any type of background in this, or does it just speak for itself?
I think it just speaks for itself. It's
a
cool car.
The background, it's a red, very red, cherry red car with a gray background. And again, I apologize, you cannot see this in full true color on Johnny's screen because of our lighting in here. We meant to add a third screen to flip to, and that would have been Johnny's screen. We had tried using it a while back, and you can see him drawing, but you can't see his hand. It's all done through the computer. And people were saying that they weren't very fond of it. They'd rather see his hand on it, and drawing it. So
everybody wants to see my hand on it.
In any case, but we're going to try and bring it back as a third screen to use so you could just see the true color, because it really doesn't do it justice. It looks very orange here.
No justice for Lindsay here.
No. Joe Lombardo said sweet. Shaggy said sweet. The McCoy said our 65 Fury sported some porta walls on the movie Cyborg Conquest. That is right.
64. See, so that's
65 Fury.
Oh, 65. Yeah. So
that's allowable.
But if you look at the body of that car, because it's a much larger bodied car,
right.
it looks. And again, it would depend upon the wheel too. So if you put, put like a mag wheel, like I don't know. Some mag wheels don't look great. Like even when I was thinking about doing wide weights on the Craigers, I looked at a bunch of different ones. Some cars they looked okay with the wide weights with a Craiger, but most of them didn't. So I was like, that's why I was going to go back to steel wheels with. I wanted to do chrome reverse, but that's really ultimately what I'd want to do.
We had plans. Joe said, "Gots wide whites on my 50 Pontiac."
See, that goes.
Yeah, and that would go. Jim Pollan said, "Looks killer." Hank D said, "Digging the pumpkin orange color you used for this, LOL." It's not. If you want it in pumpkin orange, we probably could print it that way, but it's going to be cherry red. It's pretty sweet. And like I said, he'll screenshot this when he's done so you can see the true color of it. But this is going to be a pretty nice design. Love your style on this one. Love the motion you put into it. We got front wheels, a little angry. They look a little angled angry on the front. Of course, you've got Skeletor behind the wheel here too. Skeletor. Lizzie said new screensaver, so she's digging it. Man. Yeah, this is a cool one. Going into fall. We're not quite into October yet. We've got a few weeks. This is pre-spooky stuff. I see more monsters in our future in the next few weeks. And I mean, we've already done so far this year. Frankenstein was a good one. That one came out really cool. And I watched the movie, which I was so excited about. Finally got to watch the movie.
I was excited that you watched it too.
You've been keeping it from me.
Yeah.
And then we watched Better Off Dead. That was another cool movie, and Johnny drew the car from that. So that's a couple weeks ago now. Draco said we had some thin whites on Keystone Classics on my mama's 69 Galaxy 4-door back in the 70s.
Keystones, man. That's a sweet wheel.
A sweet wheel?
Yeah, that's a sweet wheel.
I wouldn't know what any of these look like. I only know Craigers because we have them, and they look a lot like what's on this car.
Not at all.
The Craigers? They're like little.
Yeah, so they do have, it's a 5-star,
right,
if you will, but a Craiger, the way this portion of it attaches to the actual wheel is not the same.
But the look of it from the outside.
No.
Similar?
This would be more of a satiny color as well, not chrome. But again, the star in the middle is not the same.
Okay. Well, there's 5 openings. That's all I know. Therefore, to me, Craiger-like. Hank D said, spooky skeleton will send shivers down your spine. Is he singing a song?
I don't know. Is he doing his rendition of what's his name over there?
I don't know.
Good evening.
The Crypt Keeper?
No.
Oh. Who?
Crypt Keeper. I forget how old you are sometimes. Your references.
I'm 2 years younger than you.
Your references are lame.
Oh, James Myers said, good night, lost signal. Love to everybody on the farm, James, all the animals. I want to visit, see all the animals.
You notice they've never invited you.
They've never invited me.
I think there's a reason. Don't let her near the farm animals.
I would rename all of their animals Buddy. Hey, Buddy.
Hey, Buddy. She's calling us Buddy again. Get her out of here.
Hey, Buddy.
Hey, Buddy. Sorry about your dad.
Matt Williams said, have you watched Cobra Kai? They have a Dodge Challenger in the Cobra Kai black and yellow. Just started watching it. It's a good show.
Yes, we watched.
Matt, we just watched yesterday.
Yes. We binged the whole season.
Season 5 incomplete to completion yesterday.
To completion for the win.
Yeah, so there's that. Yeah, phenomenal. I love it. I think it's great. I know a lot of people were like, I don't know about bringing everybody back, but it's the way they've done it so far. I mean, it's some of it's a little far-fetched.
Some of it.
I love it though.
Most of it's far-fetched.
I am a Miyagi-Do fan.
Boo.
And
Cobra
I
Kai.
don't want to give anything away.
OG,
because he just started watching it.
OG
so.
Cobra Kai is what I would say.
Johnny actually went as far as buying a
That's right.
Cobra Kai shirt. So
I used to be Team LaRusso when I was a kid.
He's either,
but now I know and understand the struggles of Johnny.
He's either wearing Johnny Jalopy or he's wearing Cobra Kai. These are his shirt choices, just FYI. Draco said Chosen was the star. Yeah, he was great.
The best.
He was great.
It's great to see him back.
We don't want to give too much away though, because
we don't.
Matt Williams just started watching it. He may be on season 1 and he doesn't know any of this stuff.
You don't know. Then you don't know, bro.
He was just introduced to the Dodge Challenger. So how long? How many seasons ago was that?
Well, the original time it was on, but it was brought. He just said it was brought back. He said that.
No, he didn't.
What did he say?
He said he just started watching it. It's a good show.
Oh, whoops. Sore.
Oh my God.
Sore pants.
Matt said, I saw spoilers. Can't help but like Terry Silver. Well,
boo.
News for you. No. We're not going to say anything. We're not going to say anything.
You can't like Terry Silver. I didn't like that guy in the original.
Hank D said, I just binge watched Sketchy Live season 4 on YouTube.
Hey, that's a good one.
That is a good one. You can binge us.
We're bingeable. We are bingeable.
That is so crazy.
We're breaking Benjamin.
Get your popcorn, guys.
Look at this. It's coming alive.
Did you just say, hey,
babe, look at this. Love it. Love the reference.
Yes. This is great.
Do it.
Lizzie said, need a new hat for Steven. I'll order one next month for him. Yes, okay. For sure. Maybe even a beanie for the cooler weather.
Maybe
guys,
a beanie for the win.
Can I show you? Can we just look at this beanie? Right? Like, I could be a head model for beanies. I love this beanie. It's $25.
Guys, I love this beanie.
I've had this original beanie since we first put these out. It's been several years, and you see how often I wear it. I'm not only wearing it on Mondays. I wear it in the house while I'm working.
She's not just the president. She's also a client.
I'm a member of the Beanie Club. So join with me. Head on over to johnnyjalopy.com. Pick up a beanie for your cooler weather needs.
Wear a beanie. You know it be true.
The power of the beanie. Draco said the Challenger was Johnny's Cobra Kai mobile. Yes, it was.
Don't spoiler it.
Draco said. Matt Williams said, no, I'm rooting for Daniel and Johnny.
Boo.
Oh, so he knows they're together. Okay. Yes, I am rooting for them as well.
Well, they've been together. Oh, that's true.
As a team. They kind of come and go.
Wasn't that a
Karma Chameleon?
Wasn't that a
Karma Chameleon?
What's the name of it? What the hell was the name of his group?
Boy George. No, was it?
What was it before Boy George?
Just George?
No, wasn't there? Was he in a group?
No.
I thought he was in a group.
What?
Wasn't there a group first?
No, he's always just
been... There was a group first. Why can't I think of their name?
Boy George.
According to Wikipedia, George Allen O'Dowd.
Oh God. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the lead singer of the pop band Culture Club.
Culture Club. Told you.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, don't go. Oh.
No, I knew it was Culture
I knew
Club.
that. Oh
yeah. But you said before then, and I was like, what? He's British? The things you'll learn.
Are you seriously saying that right now?
I didn't know he was British.
Are you serious?
I thought he was American. I never heard him talk. Does he sound British when he's singing Karma Chameleon?
He sounds British in every interview.
I've never watched an interview. I've never been that invested in Boy George that I'd watch an interview.
MTV This is what I'm saying.
Behind the music.
There were other bands other than Bon Jovi.
Clearly, I listened to Boy George in Culture Club.
Clearly, you didn't. Clearly, you didn't have your MTV.
Oh my God, I did.
I think it was too much hanging out with Skunky.
Hank D said, "What's this? What's this? There's color everywhere. What's this? There's white things in the air. What is he saying?"
That's from the movie Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh. Kuyang Custom said, took our 50 Chevy Afterburn out last weekend to a local cruise by the house. Have not taken her out in over 3 years, but still got a lot of interest in it. Don't give up on Raquel.
Easy for you to say.
We were just talking about how she needs to go. We need the room.
Yeah.
Paul Marziani said Culture Club. Draco said Culture Club. Draco said, I actually hate that I know that.
Hey, but you know it.
Yes. You're in the know.
Haha, you know it.
Did they even sing Karma Chameleon? Yeah, they did.
Yes.
Okay.
Karma Chameleon. It's not karma.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I'm looking right at it.
Are you?
It's karma, chameleon. You come and go.
You come and go.
You come and go. What'd you think it was?
Karma.
No, you didn't. You thought it was something else.
Oh, karma.
You thought it was something else.
Karma.
This is what he does. He'll think the wrong word, and then he'll make me feel like I'm wrong. And I'm like, dude, it's staring right at.
Dude, you are wrong. Okay.
Do you really want to hurt me?
No. Well.
Yes.
Which version?
The Crying Game. Oh, I didn't know they did that. I'll Tumble For You.
Yeah. What
There's
movies?
some,
What
they
movies
had
from
some
that?
good ones.
What movie did they use that in?
Kissing to Be Clever is the name of the band or the name of the album. I don't know. Church of the Poisoned Mind.
Yeah.
I don't know all of these. Oh, bow down, mister. Okay.
Okay.
Come on, see where this is going. All right. Joe said coma chameleon.
Yeah, coma.
Karma.
You need a coma.
Draco said, and I'm not sure if he meant this to be in an English accent, but he said, because of me daughter is the only reason. Instead of my daughter, he put me daughter. Kuyan said Boy George actually did an appearance on the A-Team. I believe it. Lizzie said, love Culture Club, big time 80s band. I love all things 80s.
You do not love all things 80s.
What do you mean?
You don't.
What are you talking about?
You don't.
Why?
You don't love all things 80s.
Why?
You only know two things 80s.
That's
Bon
not true.
Jovi and what's his name?
I know other stuff.
What else do you know?
I knew it was Karma Chameleon.
Because you were reading it.
I knew.
You didn't even know he had an English accent.
Oh my God, I didn't. Draco said channeling JJ. That's true. He does do that. Are you done?
Yeah.
Are you done yet? Damn it.
Do we want to do a screenshot
Yes.
of this thing?
Yes.
Or
can you?
Screenshot?
No, however you do
I
it.
shared my screen last night.
Yeah. Okay. You want to try that? So I need to bring you in.
Hold on.
Okay.
Let me.
Lizzie said, "What about Motley Crue? I enjoy a good crew.
Yeah, she says that.
I do. I'm
You
a crew
don't.
member."
All
All right, we are going to live now. This should be entertaining. We are going to live try and add Johnny's screen. Are you able to add it on your end?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Oh. There's our ceiling fan. Say hello. Say hello. Oh. Psychedelic.
Why?
We went back to the 70s right there. That was psychedelic. Matt Bunt said logo. He'll get it on there. Look, we're screen within screen within screen within screen. Crazy.
Is it on?
Mm-hmm.
No, it didn't do it.
No, it didn't do it. Because
hold on.
Because you're still on the overhead camera. I got to change the camera. You got to change the camera.
There it is.
Okay. We're figuring out, guys. one moment at a time here. We've got 18 people probably on the edge
goes.
of their seat to see if we can figure this damn thing out. There we go. All right. There it is. Yeah, make it a little bit bigger. There it is. So way different than what was showing up on the other screen. Yeah, definitely red. Love the fenders on this thing. Love the colors. Super cool. What do you think, guys? Love the Hemi orange, Matt Williams said. It's red. Oh, or maybe he's talking about the orange in the motor. Joe Lombardo said, winna, winna. Yeah, I dig it. This is cool. Paul Marziani said, great. Good night. He's got to head out. Matt Williams said the red looks good. See, way different, isn't it? When he does it from his screen rather than use the overhead lights.
There we go.
Oh, Matt said he was joking. There it is. Yeah, that looks cool. I like it.
Right on. Well,
Very
there you
cool.
go.
There you go.
Cool.
Another Monday night in the Bizooks. Look at that. Perfect timing. You just finished your drink, too.
I did just finish my drink. Well, there you go, guys. We are so happy that you hung out with us and you stuck by us and you saw the end of this come to life. The little coffin.
Listen to our trivia.
Lots of cool information shared tonight.
We learned about a lot tonight.
We shared, well, because we talked about some cool stuff.
There are.
You know, we tested my knowledge of automotive customization. So that was fun. You know, go back and check and put in the comments how full of crap Johnny is.
We want fact checkers.
You can fact check me. You can also go to johnnyjalopy.com. That's a good place to check facts. Fact is, there's cool merch over there. There's hats, stickers, T-shirts. I'm wearing the cool, you can't see it because it's on the back, the Space Junkie 2 T-shirt. And, of course, I'm wearing the OG trucker hat.
Love the trucker hats.
Rocking the
popular seller.
And, of course, you see the sticker packs ahead of us there. This print is available for $20. You can get it 17 by 11.
Or 11 by 17.
Or 11 by 17 if you like it that way, whichever way you want it printed. We can do both sizes, however you'd like. And there are other cool stuff over there. There's a lot of awesome prints.
4.5 years
of Sketchy live ones.
Just Monday nights alone.
But if you take a look at Johnny's art page, their catalog, tons of stuff. We've got the Johnny 5. We've got the Space Junkie. We've got the Funky Futura. You can own all 3 of the cars that were built on Full Custom Garage and tons of other stuff. Lots of VW art, lots of surf art, monster art, tons of stuff, all 17 by 11, only $5 more than a Sketchy live print at $25. Free, not free shipping, but shipping is pretty affordable. So,
free smiles, giving those away.
Well, we sure appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Another fun time with you guys. We'll see you again next Monday, where another cool hot rod will come to life, or who knows what we will do.
What are we even doing?
It'll be exciting. So
I don't know if you guys have caught any of the caricatures Johnny's been doing.
Teaching myself how to caricature. So come along for the ride. Follow me on the normal social medias: Facebook, Instagram, Facebook 2, Facebook 3, coming to you, Facebook 4, and also right here
YouTube,
YouTube. Please, if you're liking what you see, please hit that like and subscribe. Probably should have said that a long time ago.
We did
in
say
the comments.
it. We did say
but we're saying it again, and we sure appreciate you. And more content to come. Tell your friends. A fun place to hang out with. Hopefully you had a great time. You laughed a little bit.
Learned a little.
Spit up. You learned some stuff. Boy George has an accent, and it's English. Huh.
It's British.
There was more than 2 bands on MTV than Bon Jovi and what was the other guy's name? Springsteen.
In any case,
yeah. There was some cool bands like Quiet Riot. Maybe Ozzy Osbourne.
And we're offline. Thanks for joining us.
A little Van Halen. Some Thompson Twins, maybe. Oingo Boingo. Would have been a great band you could have watched.
Thompson Twins, Hold Me Now.
Yeah, love it. Thompson Twins.
If I didn't know bands, how would I know Hold Me Now?
Okay, what about what song did this band play? It was a really wildly famous video. The band's called Big Country.
Big country.
What big? Yeah,
in the big country, dreams stay with you.
What is this?
It was their title track.
Yeah, what was it called?
Big Country.
Oh, okay. Look at you. Look at the brain up bed. All right, guys. We'll see you guys soon. Have a great night and a great week. We'll see you next Monday.
Yes.
Peace.
Bye.